Welcome back to the Hardcore series. This is episode number 7, and this is take number 2 on recording this video. So normally when people say that this is their second time or third time even recording the video, maybe they forgot to hit record, maybe the file got corrupted, but this time my episode, it just sucked. It was so bad. Everything about it was just bad. I couldn't explain things properly. I was stopping several seconds every time I finished a sentence, and it was just an absolute disaster of an episode, and I only realized when I was editing. So here I am after a majority of that video, and there's a lot that is going on here. Last episode, I did a whole lot of work with the slime farm and the sugarcane farm, both of which have been working just fine. We've now got more than a double chest full of slime, even though this is less than half of what it can do. Plus, I have not been AFKing at all. Look at that, just a slime just spawned right there. And I have also made a new farm. This is going to be a very temporary farm that I'm just setting up so I can get a whole lot of wool. And this is pretty recent, so there's not a whole lot. And the reason that I'm collecting all this wool is to do some terraforming. And as far as I know, this is the first time that at least I have seen anyone terraform with wool. And this is not just as like a placeholder block. This is going to be the main block that I use for my terraforming. And why on earth would I use white wool? Let's go into a creative test world and I'll explain why. Here I am on a creative version of the same world that I copied about a week or two back. You can see that all of the terraforming stuff that I have done in the survival world, I did after I copied this world, so that's why all that is there. And also there's a little bit of a sneak peek on what that building is eventually going to look like. And over here I've kind of set up the blocks that I want to make the beach out of. The main ones are going to be the wool and the white concrete powder. Instead of going with the normal sand, as pretty much anyone except me would do, I'm going with a whole lot of white blocks to make the sand. And up close it might look a little weird, especially when there's going to be a lot of texture variation, where not everything like this is all sand, but there's going to be a lot of random blocks scattered throughout to kind of make either a gradient or give a certain color off from a distance, the same way that pixels work, kind of. And so I'm going to do most of the terraforming with the white wool, because white concrete powder I would like to do more with this block, but it turns into concrete upon contact with the water, and it falls. So I'm gonna go with the white wool for the terraforming. And speaking of the terraforming, this is all I've gotten so far. If I head up, you'll see that I am not even halfway done with this whole island. This island is actually, I might be halfway done. Yeah, maybe I'm even more than halfway done. I didn't realize I had done so much. So yeah, this island is pretty huge, and my plans for it are to make it into a tropical island with some village houses scattered throughout, which will contain farms and contraptions, that sort of thing. And I'm going to have it be pretty flat, and in the middle is going to be kind of like a forest full of palm trees and maybe some normal looking trees. And then obviously the beaches are going to be pretty big. So I've just been kind of carving this landscape over time. Normally I would just tear down the whole thing and then rebuild it however I want, but this time I'm kind of carving it as you would a sculpture in marble or something. And so far it's been going pretty well. The one problem that I'm having is that this beacon does not reach out far enough. So I will probably only have to work in this certain area, or I'll go and get another beacon. I think I'll go and get another beacon, but I don't know. We'll see. That's not a priority at the moment. And speaking of priorities at the moment, I gotta sleep. But actually, speaking of priorities at the moment, I have to get this video out quickly. The day that this video is released is the same day that I recorded it, and that is because I'm going to be taking a break for a while from recording, not from playing. So it'll be a while until the next episode, but there will be a lot of things done, and so I'll have plenty of time to kind of cover all the stuff that I have done in between episodes. So you might have noticed that this video is a lot shorter than normal, and that's because I have no time to do stuff in between takes or do anything on screen, just kind of updating you with what I did in the past recording, which sucked. And now I'm going to be signing off for quite a while. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for episode number 8, where I will hopefully have a lot of progress done. And speaking of a lot of progress done, do not worry about the OP Survival series. I figured out a design for the storage system that I want to use, and I've already started building it. Now I just need to get the boring part done with collecting all the materials and then duplicating the design over and over about 80 times. So once again, thank you for watching, and goodbye.